Get violent like that with me again.
Violent?
That is violent.
Oh, call the police!
Now, Goub, you are a TikTok star with 8 million followers.
18, but nice research there. 18,
right. You're sacked, and we'll work. So listen, I'm good, but I don't understand TikTok. Maybe you can explain to me how it works.
It's just like any other app, sir. It's just a way of people expressing themselves and communicating.
A bit like Twitter, but
so when you start off as a TikTok celebrity, did you start off with this in mind? Is this No,
I'm terrified of politics. In actual fact, I've been terrified to speak out. But
I have seen you on occasion getting very wound up.
Yeah, well,
I'm doing my best to be very nice.
Thank you, I appreciate that, bro. I really feel like we're not getting a fair shake, so you being fair means a lot to me, bro.
Right, let's try and unravel all this, because the things that you have done on TikTok, and I saw you on one program, and I thought you were very comedic. I thought you were being, you suddenly jumped up and got really this is what you want me to do, you want me to get all upset like this, and you want me to do this and that.
Did you think that was comedic, sir?
I thought it was, in a way, funny. It made me smile, because I thought you were taking the misk. That's the difference between mick and piss out of a serious situation. But I thought you were trying to get people to understand your point of view who may not.
I think that's an unfair assessment, sir.
Explain.
My family are dying, and I mentioned it 3 times on the show that my family are dying, and instead of asking an impartial question, she asked racially loaded questions to try and push a political agenda, which I know you know what happened on the show. There's a reason they didn't post it and I did, and it went viral. I was upset. It wasn't acting. My family are dying, sir.
Yeah, and I understand that. You have my sympathy. I mean, I've lost members of my family recently in various other ways.
They're in Gaza.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that.
Terminally ill.
Are they the south of Gaza or the north? Or?
I'd rather not get into specifics.
Let's keep it not specific, or specific, if you prefer. Let's try and keep it actually without going mental and losing our tempers. There are a lot of people, including you, I think, who want to call for a ceasefire.
More than just that, but yes, that's one of the things we're calling for.
A lot of people. And a ceasefire, we can call for anything we want, but it's going to rely on the two sides to want to do that. They obviously don't seem to feel that they want that at the moment. So how would you see something controlling the situation?
Well, the first thing we need to do is hold the media accountable. Anybody that's been instigating violence, or even... So, look, it goes both ways, by the way. When people push these agendas and try to bring the fringe elements in, it makes anti-Semitism and anti-Islamophobia, it's all in one. Like, we have had no violence at the protests the last few weeks.
Well, a little bit, haven't they?
What, not more than the football or at a concert, would you agree? Yeah. And barely any arrests after the police.
Both sides don't want it, so how can...
No, I disagree with you, bro. We've been asking for 75 years to be liberated from illegal occupation.
But there was a ceasefire on October the 6th.
With all due respect, again, you're not giving the correct context. You say ceasefire, right? But when in actual fact what happened is, look, they said we're going to pull out, but they still own the water, the electricity.
Only 10% of the water.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, 90% of the water is from the desalination plant, and they have fuel as well.
With all due respect,
to fire it up.
Pardon me for interrupting. With all due respect, did you know that there are charitable organisations that are working in Gaza right now that said that 97%...
Don't want to believe all of those.
Who are we going to believe, bro?
Well, that's the question I want to ask both of you.
Don't believe Hamas.
Don't believe Hamas. I'm trying to...
No, I know you're not. I don't believe their figures.
Hey. Thank you. I'm trying to come at this. Don't apologise. I'm going to keep him under control as much as I can. I'm trying to get a fix on this, because I've got friends who come from both sides.
Yes, sir.
And I know people from both sides of this argument, and it's an argument that's gone on for a long time.
Yes, sir.
And a lot of people could actually... Please don't call me sir. It goes to my head.
You normally like it.
Yeah, I know. I normally like it. But there are... We should perhaps look back on history. I don't want to do all the history thing and say maybe the State of Israel should have been founded in a different way back after the Second World War. But we are where we are.
Agreed.
And what happens at this particular moment? Obviously, there are some people who deny what happened on the 7th of October, and I'm sure you're not one of them.
Well, they're idiots. There's evidence.
Exactly. What I'm concerned about is people now saying, look, the Israelis surrounding a hospital and they're attacking a hospital. they're not. I mean, what they're doing, they surrounded the hospital because that's where the people who are firing on them are. No logical country would surround a hospital unless there were people there threatening them and threatening the other people in Gaza. Or do you disagree, and why do you?
I'm going to have to disagree with the framing of the question. So what the actual issue is, you just said, you spoke about,
Ooh.
That's his harpist.
Let's just pretend that was my phone.
No, it's mine. Phone, I should have turned it off. You carry on.
That's all right, mate. It's all right.
It'll be my wife telling me off.
You spoke of October 7th.
Yeah.
But the reason why it's ridiculous that only October 7th is being spoken about is because right before October 7th, 248 kids were killed in Palestine that year. Those are the figures not released. I didn't make that up. Those are figures that were released.
But why isn't Hamas the problem? Don't you want to free the Palestinian people?
No, Hamas are not the problem. Hamas,
they slit people's throats and rape people and cut babies out.
Where's the evidence? You're just lying. You just told a lie on the news.
Hang on.
This is an accredited news source. Don't just say people rape. Where's your evidence? What name? Who raped who? How dare you? Come on, bro.
Well, there is evidence. But
there's evidence for both sides. Don't demonise one side, bro. It's not fair.
The fact is,
it's not a moral
this is not.
Look, hold on. If you're going to bring up Hamas, let's do it. Let's have the conversation, bro. Do you think I'm Hamas? Do you think I'm Hamas?
We're going to do this after the break because we're going to run out of time in a minute. Okay, so you keep your mouth shut for a moment.
No, I want to hear what you say.
No, we will after the break, but I don't. All right, everybody getting hysterical, which is the problem, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's try. Not only them in there getting hysterical.
Yeah, they're getting hysterical. Everyone's getting hysterical.
They probably don't like what I'm saying.
If you carry on like this, I will have to remove you. But let me just...
You've been respectful.
This is not a news programme. This is a news entertainment show.
I hear you.
I have a point of view. He has a point of view. I am not a journalist.
You don't have to call him sir, though.
And
I'm being respectful.
I'm quite liking it now. And I want to come back after the news, and I don't want you to stormed out by then, if I can possibly help it. Although, you know, for the clicks on TikTok, I'm sure,
help.
And for my ratings, it would do really well.
Shall I walk out now just to get the viral?
Well, no, we'll rehearse it.
You called me Hamas!
We already filmed it earlier, actually, didn't we? It was great.
This is a joke. And one of the things people get upset about, I'm just talking to the guys watching and listening at home, is that unless you actually do find a way to lighten the load, then this, and people like you two, with
well, we can discuss it calmly about what we talked about.
Unless you can find a way to lighten the load, it'll drive us mad. It'll drive everybody mad.
If we don't laugh, we'll cry. But at the same time, there's no point laughing when people are dying. Yeah, that's the truth.
You know, I've seen. I'm a bit emotional myself about all kinds of things.
Me too.
And I got so upset the other day at seeing some guy holding a little puppy in the air, which was scared stiff and things like that. Which had done
puppy?
A puppy.
What about the babies?
Well, the babies as well. This was here. This was a puppy.
Yeah, fair enough,
I know you know, I love dogs. It's my thing. And but just these people going in, the Just Stop Oil people as well, wasn't it? The going into McDonald's and tipping a whole load of
that wasn't them.
Wasn't it? Was that? I don't know. Anyway, it was just, you know, this is getting to a stage now where people think they can do stuff and they can say things, and because some of the language that has been said, and I've got friends, and I'm sure I've got friends now who are frightened to send their children to school in this country.
Wow, that's
and
terrible.
That is
they can't wear the uniforms and stuff.
You know, if it's a Jewish school, they're really quite worried.
There's guards outside everywhere.
Some people, we're going to take a little break and come back and get you to answer this afterwards. Some people now are not perhaps as in touch with the information as you are, and probably have misunderstood it. And they are perhaps going out and see somebody who's Jewish, or somebody who's wearing Jewish clothes, or somebody who's going to a Jewish school, and probably have nothing to do with this situation at all. But then they find themselves, and it can happen the other way round. Someone perhaps dressed like you with a sort
of... It's 100% happening the other way round.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that if you're only going to bring up one side, this is the issue. This is why Jewish people... You just interrupted me as I'm trying to speak. You don't let me talk.
Hang on.
Ash, you bring me on the show to listen to
We're going to go to... Calm down.
After the break.
Calm down.
Rob, you won't let me talk.
Calm down. Of course, you've talked a lot, and he's talked a lot, but he does.
So everyone remain calm.
So just stop it.
And we will. It's not fair.
I'm going to let you get your point across. I'm trying to get your point
across. Put him on a leash,
so we'll do it.
Because every time I talk, he cuts me off.
He does it to me.
Isn't it?
He's done it to me for 30 years.
It's a conversation.
We'll be back after the news, though. We'll sort it out. Don't worry.